Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to Kingspade channel. So the game is now updated with the ROX 3rd anniversary event, and there are a lot of things to explore in this new update, but I'm not going to talk about that yet in this video. There is one thing that excites me among all things. Can you guess? That is the Divinity System, a new feature that is implemented together with the recent update. Previously, I had made a video about the Divinity System, but that video is based on the leaked information that the players found before the feature is implemented in the game. It is not comprehensive, and it is rather hard to visualize what is the Divinity System is all about without more context and detail. And now that the Divinity System is already available in the game, we have a more clear view on what it is about. So in this video, I am going to talk about the full detail of the Divinity System. What is it about, where to get it, and how to use it, right? So to make it more familiar and recognizable, the Divinity System is somewhat similar to the rune system in other RPG games. In the Divinity System layout in the game, there are actually 8 slots of Divinity, 6 which are unlocked by default, and another 2 as per the info. It said it will be unlocked subsequently. I don't know what that means, but I speculate that these 2 slots will be unlocked at 4th job perhaps. So each slot of Divinity have its own name, namely Spear of Eternity for slot 1, Thunderous Hammer for slot 2, and so on. But to make it simple, let's call the Divinity by its number: slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is how the Divinity is placed by its slot numbers. Equipping the Divinity will give you stats that increase your overall power. The Divinity composed of 4 parts, and each part gives different stats to your character. So the first part, I like to start with the Divinity main attribute. Each slot of this Divinity has a fixed attribute. Just by equipping it with the designated Divinity, you can instantly get the fixed attribute that the Divinity has. The main fixed attribute that you can get from each Divinity slots are as such. The main attribute in the Divinity is shown here. Next is the secondary attribute. By default, each Divinity that you get will have one random secondary attribute, which is shown just below the main attribute. You can get a total of 5 secondary attributes. The next 4 attributes can be unlocked after the Divinity reach a certain upgrade level. To upgrade the Divinity, simply click on the upgrade button down here. The Soul Essence is used to increase the Divinity upgrade level. You can also use other Divinity that you did not use to increase its upgrade level. Now, what secondary stats that you can have? You can see the list of secondary attributes available by clicking on the filter button here. Basically, almost all stats that you can think of are listed here. We have the main stats: final haste, final crit, crit damage bonus, physical lifesteal, physical attack, final physical damage bonus, fire, water, wind, earth element enhance, increase INT, increase dex, final physical penetration, and so on. Secondary attribute is obtained randomly once you unlock it at the designated upgrade level, and no 2 of the same attribute will be repeated in one Divinity. For example, here I hit a jackpot with the final physical penetration secondary attribute for this Divinity, and although I am to upgrade this Divinity to level 2, 4, and so on, I will never get the final physical penetration attribute again. I will get another attribute in this list. Part 3 is the Flash. When a gold grade Divinity reaches the maximum upgrade level, it will have 1% chance to get the Flash effect. The Flash effect is essentially an additional effect to the Divinity. There is no no list of flash effect that you can get shown in the Divinity interface info, but from the leak source, these are the possible flash effects that you can get. I have a lot of questions for this flash effect. For example, if you do not get the flash effect once you upgrade the gold divinity to max level because you just missed the 1% chance to get it, does it mean that you will not get it at all? Or if you happen to get the flash effect, does the effect can no longer be changed, maybe through refined feature or something? If so, then I see that to get a perfect divinity is almost impossible. Moving on to the last part, the divinity affix. I put this to last because it actually does not affect your character build in a holistic way. The divinity affix is only useful against the monsters in the seasonal instance, or what is called the Oblivion realm instance. Now when we talk about the divinity, it comes with the Oblivion realm as well. These two come hand to hand with each other, mostly because the Oblivion realm instance is another new feature in the game that dropped the divinity itself. Oblivion realm is a seasonal instance similar to the Endless Tower, but with only 3 floors. Each floor have its own boss, and on the 3rd floor is the final boss. The bosses are comprised of MVP, mini, and also instance bosses, similar to the Endless Tower. Defeating the bosses is rated with stars. There are 3 bosses technically. Each boss is rated 3 stars maximum, so in total you can get maximum 9 stars rating for one full run. Oblivion realm instance has 10 difficulty level in total. The next level will be unlocked after you successfully accumulate at least 3 stars for that level. Each of the bosses will have a random affix. Affix is a unique buff that are given to the bosses, and here is what the divinity affix is used for. Each divinity will have a random affix to counter the monster's unique buff. For a full list of affix or unique buff that the bosses will have, you can click on the divinity album button here. Here it shows 6 categories of divinity, and in each category it has 6 different types of affixes. Now the monster's affix poses no threat on low level difficulties, as you can kill the monster quite easily, but it got harder with higher level difficulty, starting on level 8 difficulty onwards. For example, on level 10 difficulty, the boss that we fight on that level have the corrosion affix. This affix prevents the players to deal normal attack and skill damage to the monster at maximum debuff stacks. So without the proper divinity affix to counter this unique buff, no matter how capable we are, we cannot defeat the boss. We cannot deal any damage to it because of the monster affix that it has. So the divinity affix is a counter to the monster affix. The bosses will be reset every week, and with that, their affixes will also be reset with different type of affix. Equipping at least 3 divinity of the same category will unlock its set effect. You can see each of the set effect here, but these effects are mostly only activated or effective against the monsters with affix effects, so it does not actually have an impact on your normal activity like grinding, PvP, boss hunt, and so on. It only have effect against monsters in the Oblivion realm instance. Now after defeating the final boss, you can claim the reward, which contain the divinity and the soul essence. With higher level difficulty, the rewards are better too. You can get rare divinity with higher level difficulty, but you can only claim the reward 1 time per week. There is an option to claim the reward after each time you successfully defeated the final boss, but since you can only claim it once per week, it is best to claim the reward after you defeated the highest floor boss possible that you can. Obviously, claiming it after clearing the level 10 difficulty is the ideal thing to do, but if you can't reach level 10 difficulty, you can claim it on level 8 or level 7 difficulty, any level for that matter that you can reach based on your current power progress. Well, apart from the Oblivion realm instance, you can also get the divinity and soul essence from killing the MVP and mini boss, and with that, it can also be sold at the exchange center, and you can buy them at the exchange center. There is a new category added in the EC list, the Divinity category, that lists all of the Divinity related materials that you can get from the MVP and mini boss drop. Alright, so what do you think of the Divinity system? So far, I had opened some Divinity boxes that I got from the event, and I have Divinity that have quite useful secondary stat. I have the final physical penetration, damage bonus to small size monster, damage bonus to medium size monsters. I also have VIT stat. For me, I don't particularly put emphasis on what Divinity affix that I want to get to counter the monster's affix for the Oblivion realm instance. I am more drawn to the secondary attribute of the Divinity. It has a lot of useful stats that can increase my overall character power, and that is what I care more. So what do you think of the Divinity system? Let me know your thought at the comment section below. That's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.